Hey everybody, it's Thomas. Let's talk about Blood Bowl. What a week! What a frustrating week. So played against Andrew again, and it went okay. If you want to watch the game, you'll be able to. We'll get to that in a second, but let's take a look at the team. Not a lot of changes, as you might note. Harder, Better, Faster Logger is one SPP away from level 3. So once that happens, I'll probably give this piece Russell, probably, because I'm going to give this one Block. And Aerodynamic, I don't know what we'll do. Aerodynamic, one touchdown away from hitting level 2, still. Not a lot of changes here. Did get a pass on California Steam Machine, so hey, everybody's got at least some SPP. Any other changes? Porter Heroes still one touchdown away. Oh, I guess Red Evolution 909 got the MVP, and we'll level up and got Wrestle. Because Kick plus Wrestle, one of my favorite combinations, and in general, just a really good thing to have for an elf lineman. Dodge is becoming less and less useful because people are starting to, well, pick up Tackle, in part because you kind of have to, and just because this is how it is. So I don't know how much Dodge will be taking in the future. Obviously, it's still a really good skill, but we'll see. I will probably lean more towards things like Sidestep and Wrestle moving forward. Maybe a little bit of Fend, too, depending on who gets it. Like, if one of these guys level up, they're going to get, well, I don't know. Fend is definitely high on the possibility list. We will definitely see, like, for example, if Harder, Better, Faster Logger hits, well, that's not a bad example, too. I don't know. Like, one more Stein, I might just give Sidestep to, but probably not, because Dodge is still really good. Whatever. It's a point I haven't figured out yet, and I'm not quite sure if it's the right choice or not to stop getting Dodge, but we'll see. Like, yeah, Crest and Dunkel, probably not going to get Dodge in this piece. Probably just going to get Wrestle on this one. But yeah, I lost this game. Yeah, let's get into the game here. It's a little frustrating because we ended up crashing at one point, and I was doing much better in this game than I ended up doing. So this game is basically me not playing as well as I could have and being risky, and the dice mocking me for being risky. I went for a turn 8 touchdown, and I should have done this maneuver on turn 7, but I didn't really have the movement allowance in that turn to do it. So I tried to, and this is kind of a product of Nurgle being stinky, making it hard for me to do this sort of thing, but I tried to do a throw-in pass with one of these guys, I think, to let one of the other ones get a touchdown, and it failed, so I didn't. So yeah, I mean, this should be at least a 1-1, but I probably could have made it a 2-0 had I played a little safer. I ran my thrower up in some stinky area and thought, oh, this will be fine. I think I'm out of range, but miscounted, and then -2 on throw on a long throw meant it didn't happen. And then I made the mistake of letting him use his pass reroll. Pass reroll meant he fell down instead of using sure hands to hold on to the ball. So all in all, not so great, to say the least. So yeah, I made some pretty critical mistakes that I didn't need to, and it just didn't go as well as I wanted it to. Got hit, not too bad though, hit Andrew in return. I mean, this is an okay week, right? I got 12 SPP, which is okay. Andrew, this is not even close to the right one here. This is the right one, here we go. A couple gadgets, let's back up here. I didn't get hit at all. Which I thought I did, but apparently not. I hit Andrew pretty hard in return. Yeah, God, I'm just dumb. Sorry about that, everybody. The point still remains the same. That I could have played this better. 3 passes, MVP, 2 casualties. Yeah, that's 12. Andrew gets just 8, so did better than him at least. 40k is not great, but it's okay, I guess. But yeah, frustrating game, but nothing too bad happened to my team, so I can't complain too much. I'm still getting there, and I'm still very elfy, so we'll see. I'll have Trappist Logic back as well, so hopefully that will be helpful. Let's take a look at Andrew's team. He didn't get a lot of SPP, as you noticed, but he did get some okay level ups out of the deal. I want to say a Rotter leveled up, but I'm not sure. Gary 25 for sure leveled up, which is good. Got Block. I think this is absolutely essential for this piece. That's good. He's got 90k in the bank. At this point, I would say he definitely should be hiring Pest Sticker number 3. Yeah, I'll drive his treasury down, but at this point, you got to do it. And his MVP went to Nurgle Warrior, which was shocking to everybody, so that's pretty good. Walked away with 80k, which is pretty good. So yeah, got a ton of money. He should definitely buy Best secret number 3. Fewer rotters on the pitch is good. This piece is out with a smash knee, which is niggling. Kind of debatable if you want to keep this, but it's got block, so might as well at that point. It sells 8 armor value, so it's not the end of the world. Okay. Let's take a look at some of the other games here. We've got Chris versus Zach. This was remember this game? Remember how that went? Just copy and paste it up here. Chris just punched really hard. I think we can see it when we look at Zach's team, but Zach definitely didn't follow my advice on what he should do with his werewolf, aka anything. The injured werewolf didn't fire him or anything, so that was unfortunate. And this is basically just Chris punched and punched some more, and they got the ball, and then won. So that's it. This death should have just been a casualty. Zach messed up his apothecary UI again and killed one of his pieces. What he did into, that's what said I'm pretty sure was a 0 SPP lineman, so not the end of the world, but still, as bad as that team is doing, it's not great. But yeah, Chris just steamrolled him really hard. Zach's armor behaved like a 7 armor value team sometimes behaves, which was not great. Chris was able to throw the ball around too. So yeah, 3 casualties, 2 touchdowns. That's great. MVP and a pass. That's 6, 12, 17, 19 SPP. That's pretty good. Zach walked with just 6. That's brutal. Chris's team, let's see, changes here. I think they were on the blitzers. I don't think, because these guys were out. God. Well, either way. So 3 of his blitzers have rolled doubles, and I think he got, yeah, this one rolled doubles. So Garrosh got dodge, which is great. This one got tackle, which makes sense because you only have against a bunch of elf teams moving forward, and he doesn't have any tackle otherwise. So makes perfect sense. This thrower also leveled up and got tackle, which I also like. I like getting fend on my ball carrier, but we'll see what Chris decides to do. He's definitely been moving the ball with the blitzers quite a bit, as you can see. So there is that. Troll leveled up last week. So yeah, Troll leveled up last week, got guard. Either way, has guard now, which is scary. Chris at 8 fan factor as well. This team, super terrifying, super high level, lots of skills. It's definitely going to be hard to beat this team moving forward. We'll see though. We'll talk about that when we take it in the preview. If we look at Zach's team, it's not so great. He walked away with 60k, which is good. 150. He needs to, again, Zach, I don't know if you're watching these anymore, but fire this werewolf. Fire the werewolf. He's doing you no good. He's got enough money to replace him too. He should definitely fire the werewolf. Roy got a rage pretty close to living up, which is good. He'll have the Eddie back as well, which will help as well, I'm sure. This team's just not having a good time right now. All right. Other week 10 games. Riddick versus Orville. This happened late, and this is this game was a little weird. Some unfortunate things happened. Mostly for Orville, though. Well, I mean both. Orville hit pretty hard. Basically, though, Riddick stole the ball, scored pretty early. Orville got some hits in there, did some more hitting. Did a lot more hitting. Yeah, I don't know. First half was basically that. Greg stole the ball, was able to stall him out. Second half, received, scored. And then, I think he got the touch. Or we'll obviously get a touchdown here in somewhere. I'm trying to remember when. Oh, no, it happened in the first half. That's what happened. Sorry, I'm looking over notes here. So, yeah, basically 1-1 going into the second half. Gradick was effectively able to 2-1 grind him, although not so grindy because just scored and all that fun stuff. Got a bunch of rerolls, I guess, because he won fame. I don't know. This is basically just Orville getting outmaneuvered, but throwing in lots of hits. Basically a human team versus an elf team here. It's not a bad week for Gradick, though, aside from the casualties sustained. Pretty good. 1 casualty dealt, 2 touchdowns, 5 passes, which is really, really good. These passes never work for me, these farming passes. I think I need to make more time to do it, but we'll see. By the way, 18 SPP, absolutely phenomenal, really good. Orville walking away with, not too bad himself, though, with 8 casualties, 2 passes, 10 18 for him. So pretty good. Yeah, that's a really good week. Taking a look here. Got a guard level up on this blitzer, which is good. This lineman is probably dead. This one got minus agility. This is a wrestle piece. I think this can actually stay. Minus agility is a little unfortunate for an elf team, but you have enough other 4 agility pieces where it doesn't really matter, and this piece can be used to mark and do other fun things. This one, though, will have to go. Dodge alone is not a reason to keep a 2-strength elf lineman. Yeah. Did too much today, I guess. But yeah, this piece got guard, which is phenomenal. More guard blitzers really will make this team happier. This blitzer leveled up, the switch off leveled up. I think they're just normal level ups from what she was saying. Ernie really needs to hit level 2 ASAP, but lots of fun things this blitzer can get. Dodge is always a good choice. Sidestep, strip ball, always good. Could give this witch elf strip ball as well. I don't mind giving this witch elf tackle though. That sounds pretty good. Lots of choices here. I think she should definitely hire the assassin. Assassins are 80, I want to say. Here, let's quick pull it up. Dark elf. Oh, assassins are 90. Wow, they're a lot more expensive than I thought it were. Either way, I would hire an assassin. Just so this team has something to work with. Because that's 7, 9, 10. Level lower anyway. I would recommend that at this point. Put it back to the 60k for treasury, but that's not the end of the world. Whatever. Let's see here. What are we doing now? Oh, right, Orville. That's what we're doing now. A little tired. 20k for Orville. Not the greatest. I don't think he got any levels. Oh, no, that's not. Cringer leveled up. Only level up here. Came out of the table, stole the MVP. Got block, which I think is good. I mean, this team is doing fine. I've said this before, and I'll say it again, but I think it still needs more catchers. Needs a little more speed to help do better, but it's doing okay. So, hey, good news for Orville there. All right. Scrolling down. Week 10. Already covered that one. This game just happened. I've not had a chance to watch it. Mark was a little unhappy, is what I mostly remember from this game. Did manage to kill somebody, which is good. Just a line from what he was saying. But yeah, from what Mark was telling me, this is basically a tale of Jessup being pretty lucky, Mark not being as lucky, and just bad things happening. 2 casualties sustained. I'm guessing these are from GFIs, rocks, or other fun things. Pretty good week for Jessup, although he's definitely done better. 6, 10, 15 SPP. Mark walking away with only 7, which is not the best. Yeah, killed the dodge lineman. Not the end of the world. This catcher leveled up. And while this catcher got doubles, Jessup has decided to get Mighty Blow on a catcher. So Mighty Blow is a pretty good skill for a blitzing piece. It's a great skill. Ward Answer is phenomenal with it. Pro Elf or High Elf catchers, great. Totally understandable. Wood Elf catchers, no. And the reason for that is the low strength. You want to be able to leverage Mighty Blow to do more damage. And while certainly having leap block, dodge, sprint gives you some range and it lets you hit more pieces, you're basically requiring 2 pieces around you to get anything useful out of this. Unless you're hitting another 2 strength pieces. And either way, that's pretty low margin. What this piece should have gotten was guard. Because blodge, leap, guard is phenomenal. You can, if you're feeling bold, leap in someplace. You can move really far because it's got 8 movement allowance and sprint. Guard would have been phenomenal on this piece. Just absolutely great. There's no downside to getting guard on this catcher. But instead, Jessup does a Jessup move and gets a skill that frustrates me because it should be so much better. No other level ups from what I can see. I still think he needs a fire lineman. He definitely should hire more catchers. And this is the kind of thing, he's wasting so much on getting these linemen that he's not getting anything new. I would just, this guy died, so that kind of takes care of part of that, but I would fire Plagal and replace it with a catcher. I mean, you can even name it Plagal. It's got updated or something, but I think more faster, better pieces is better for this team for sure. We'll see though. Definitely good couple weeks. Well, good many weeks for Jessup this season. Let's look at Mark's team. Mark walking away with 30k. Ugh, streak really is broken. No level ups I can see. Oh, no, that's not true. Otto here got Mighty Blow, which I think is good. I could see getting Tackle, but he's got 2 Tackle Werewolves, so probably doesn't need it as much. That looks like it's it, though. I'm guessing MVP landed on this guy. Maybe not. Definitely didn't score a touchdown, so yeah, MVP, most likely. Yeah. Cool. Yeah, I don't know. This team is still doing good, but it's definitely in a kind of precarious situation. Tons of money at least, so anybody gets deaded again, he can replace them. Yeah, so far so good. The ghouls not leveling up is a bit unfortunate, but we'll see. Weeks ahead can definitely dictate how well things go. That wraps up for the week. We can quick jump over to rankings and see. Chris, now at the number 1 spot, win 5-4-1 with Mark's loss and Jessel's win. They're now tied with 18. Griddock bumped up to 4th with 15, and I slide down with my loss to Andrew, bumping Andrew back up to Orville territory. So yeah, we got a pretty tight group here actually, which is nice. Nobody's actually that far away from each other. It looks like it, but with the touchdown, with a win, giving you 3. These can definitely move around a lot, but we're wrapping up the regular season pretty soon here. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4 more weeks, and then we'll move into group stage. So season's actually not that much longer moving forward. We have about 10 more weeks here, all told. So we just completed our full season halfway mark to give you some perspective on where things are. So a lot of things can still change. We'll see what happens though. The group stage obviously is a ways off, but because the weird clumping this season has, you're going to see a lot of repeat matches. Everybody's doing like an A-B sort of setup here. Just the nature of the weird clumped together nature of this season, which I haven't liked that much. I really like when we get to play each other at least once, and then get to play each other again. But hey, you still get 2 bites at the apple, I guess. Okay, let's take a look at the game here. We've got Orville versus Zach. Let's take a look at money given away, because I think it's going to be 1470 versus 1160. So Zach will be getting 310. Or no, he'll be getting 260 because of the loner lineman. I mean, that's okay. A wizard actually can do a pretty good deal on a human team because they're so low agility. I mean, they have 3, and he's got that 1 4-piece, but even then, wizard can definitely help out a little bit. And then he's still got room left over for whatever else he wants. Another apothecary to keep his poor battered team in place. I think Orville will win this game, but Zach can definitely give him more of a run for money if he has a 4-strength werewolf. So Zach, I'm going to say this again. Please fire this piece and replace it with a new Norse werewolf. I know he has 4 SPP, but he can't do anything. If he had 4 strength, your game against Chris would have been so much easier and not almost impossible. It's a little bit hard, don't get me wrong, but it wouldn't have been impossible. I just don't see this going very well for Orville. It kind of depends, though. If the Yeti goes nuts, which it certainly could, Orville could be in for a problem. But Orville has the advantage that human teams do of that they're so fast. They're just so crazy fast. So much speed, especially if he buys another catcher, which obviously will give Zach more money, but you're already giving him almost everything, so who cares? Yeah, I mean, this team is crazy, crazy fast. It's got only 1 guard piece, which actually could be the downfall. But he can move the ball pretty effectively. He's got some good frontline linemen. It just kind of, yeah, like I said, because so much of Zach's power is lumped into the Yeti, that's really going to be the turning point for him, which is a bit unfortunate, whereas this team can kind of just do whatever. It doesn't out-strength Zach, but he does have enough stuff where he could cause problems, so we'll see. Tackle and Blitzer is kind of not super useful, but whatever. Hopefully, Ramrod and Snake Eyes can get their act together. These Blitzers not getting leveled up is probably the biggest problem Orville has right now, still. But so, yeah, I expect Orville to win that game. We'll see, though. Sometimes bad things happen to everybody. Me versus Chris. Yeah. I don't know if I mentioned this in the team over, but I considered buying my 4th catcher now. I don't think I'm going to do that this week. 15-10 for me. Chris is sitting on, I want to say 16-10? Yeah, 16-10. So I'm going to get 100. I'll probably get a reroll, but depending on how scared I am, I might get an apothecary too. He's got enough tackle and mighty blow, or it could be a problem. So, and this is kind of the weird thing, is Chris hasn't played against a fast scoring team that isn't Orville. And if we look at how he did against Orville, that record chart, we had a draw here and then a loss here by a pretty big margin. And this is kind of what makes Orc teams problematic at super low team value and higher team value. Right now we're in pretty mid team value, I would say. I think this is definitely the zone where Orc does extremely well, but we'll see. I'm definitely a lot faster than him by quite a bit. I've got a fair number of useful skills. I really wish I had made more of an effort to skill up Amber the World, because I really need a strip ball piece. But we'll see. I mean, Chris has been pretty unstoppable these past few weeks, and I don't have tons of hitting skills. I've got 2 wrestle and 2 block, and the block really isn't going to do a lot. So we'll see if I can leverage my wrestle pieces to get the ball away. That'll be good. Albeit strip ball wouldn't do too much, I guess, against the Orc thrower. So we'll see. But I'm pretty fast. I've got a lot of agility. Elf ball is pretty good. I don't know. I think that this is most likely to be a tie, but I've been having a not so great season, so we'll see. Yeah, I don't know. Andrew went split on, so I have no idea how I'm going to do. Tie seems pretty good, but I think Chris will probably win. We'll say tie. Sure. Basically, just have to be faster. Chris has to hope he can just beat me really, really hard, which he should be able to do, frankly. My lack of tackle also hurts quite a bit, because he's got 3 dodge pieces, which I think is... well, he's got 5 dodge pieces if you count the goblins. I think that's more than I have, technically. Let's quick count. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, by 1. I mean, 2 are goblins, so debate that as you will. But yeah, I think tie seems pretty good. Okay, let's keep going here. We've got Greg versus Mark. Let's take a look at money here. So let's see, normal level up. So we'll be at 1330. Add a assassin for it's 1420. Yeah, because it's 90. So 1420. Okay. Assassin's not that useful necessarily. Well, I don't say not that useful, it's just less useful against this team, but still got a fair number of 7s, got some 8s, so could be useful. Actually, everybody except this flesh column is 8, so definitely worth considering. I want to say 1420 versus 1460. She doesn't hire anybody, she could get some stuff. Oh wait, I don't think that's right. Let's do the math again. Oh, she'll have 12 players, or 10 players, so she'll be at 1490 if she does that. 1490? What? Sorry. I can do math, I just can't do it right now, apparently. Okay, so 40 plus 90 is 130. 1420 plus the loner, right? 8, 9, 10, yeah, plus the loner. So yeah, 1490. Huh. I did it. I did it, everybody. So 1490. Yeah, Mark will get a nothing. Yeah, Mark gets nothing there. I think that's worth it. Nobody will get anything. We'll see. I mean, Elf Ball tends to be pretty hard to deal with. And Greta has some pretty good skills. She's got almost as much guard as Mark has. The strength advantage is definitely there, but the speed advantage is more favorable to Greyduck. So we'll see. Werewolves versus Witch Elves, I guess, for who can surf the most. That'd be a good reason for Greyduck to pick up Sidestep on this Witch Elf instead of, say, Tackle or Strip Ball. Strip Ball certainly wouldn't hurt. But if she had Strip Ball on the Blitzer, maybe not a big deal. I don't know. Lots of choices. I mean, it kind of depends. Like, Mark needs to keep things tied up in the middle, which he's got a lot of people to do that with. And Greyduck needs to stay mobile, stay loose, stay dark elfy. We'll see. I think Mark has a lot of advantages going into this match. But we'll see. I mean, double guard, 4 blitzers could be problematic. That said, I don't know. Mark beat me, he lost to Jessup. Great X kind of in the middle of those, or more on my end of things. How should we be doing against other hitting teams? Let's kind of evaluate this quick. Double win against Oral. This was a loss and a win. This is, I don't know. I'm going to say tie. How about that? Double tie. Because Mark's definitely got some speed, but not a lot of speed. If Greta can ever break out, she can definitely get the ball out because elf ball. But we'll see. This team can still hit pretty hard if it needs to. It's still got a fair amount of mobility and speed. It's just still got some really slow parts. So we'll see how well Mark can pin her down. We'll see how wily Greta can be as well. Yeah, I think tie is pretty fair. We've got Wood Elf versus Nurgle. This is pretty interesting because Justin and I basically have the same overall schedule, just a little more staggered. I've got Zach right at the end instead of alternating between Orc and Nurgle, but Nurgle can definitely be a problem because you can't throw the ball around nearly as much, and that's the kind of thing that Jessup can space out on. Also, I mean, 7 armor value hasn't been a factor for him all season, so who knows if it actually will be against Andrew, but Andrew has a way of punching sometimes. So we'll see. If Andrew can keep his head together and not tilt so hard, he should have a good chance against this team. He's really tough. He's really stinky. And frankly, this team should be just falling apart a little bit. But this is pretty scary. He's got 2 war dancers. I don't know. I feel pretty comfortable giving this game to Jessup, but we'll see. I think Andrew definitely has the capacity to win this game. Beat me, but we'll see what happens. Jessup's dice have just been ridiculous. So who knows? But yeah, I think Jessup should probably win this one. But yeah, like I said, got some backup, got some alternating schedules here. Pretty happy that I get to end on that. Let's take a quick look at groups, actually. We haven't really talked about this as much as we did last season. If groups stay as they are now, kind of weird, humans and Nurgle, some kind of bunch of the mid-tier stuff, like in terms of like what they do, like lots of the hit and run teams, and then Andrew, and then super slow, super soft, speed. Actually, no, sorry. Got some extremes. Super slow, super fast, kind of in the middle. That'd be kind of interesting for group 2, but I don't know. Nobody, well, Chris and I play each other. I mean, we've got some cross-group play that could influence things. I don't know. We're all pretty clumped together, so it's kind of hard to nail down where groups be. Mark and Jessup being tied makes it kind of weird. We'll see. This could be very interesting. We actually might have to break out our tiebreaker rules to make this work this time. But we'll see. Yeah, so it'd be Chris, Great Deck, myself, and Zach, and then Andrew, Orville, Jessup, Mark. It'll be a weird group. We'll see. I think the Woodell team and Chris's team are probably still the teams to beat. We'll see what happens. I mean, their team values certainly reflect how crazy things have been going for them. Hall of Fame. Oh, jeez. Finally surpassing Amber the World here. Not too surprising, honestly, because I am not focusing on scoring well enough. Cheese also has 3 more touchdowns, so that will definitely help quite a bit. Famous Nathan, good job. Actually, well, 2 work players on here. That's pretty cool. Best thrower, Dog. Throwing pretty hard. Yeah, Trappist Logic being out definitely cut me back. I don't think I'm ever going to reclaim highest number of passes here. No new interceptions, which is unfortunate. Squash Thulling on there. 2 big guys on the top of the chart. Not too surprised. Oh, actually 3 if you count Meyer here. Best runner, Thrall, padding out the stats in a great way, which is pretty cool. Muffins with the most touchdowns. Not surprising to see. Or no, who has the most touchdowns? Wow. Interesting. So Muffins just holds on to the ball a lot. That's funny. Parsec got a movement, runs around with the ball a lot. Weird considering how few touchdowns Zach has scored. That's kind of interesting, actually. It's the inefficiency with the running, I guess, or the number of times he picks it up and doesn't go anywhere. Interesting. That's a stat to look at later when we do the recap, I guess. Best throwing, Launchpad throws the farthest. Dog in there as well. Trappist Logic holding on in there. No big shockers here at all, honestly. Thrall on this list is pretty funny. Most kills, crazy. Yeah, not surprised to see an orc team finally getting 2 people on here. Lots of just orcs on here in general. Best receiver, geez, not surprising because the number of touchdowns and MVP this has. This is all pretty sensible. Good job, Muffins. You have 13. That's awesome. All right, recap of my predictions. I think that, what did I say here? Orville, I think that this will be a tie. I think this will be a tie, and I think that Jessup will win. So kind of just a diagonal line again. All right, thanks for watching, everybody. I'll talk to you later.